Hi, this is Maxi. Thank you for tuning in to our channel. Remember to subscribe, share, and like. I'm very passionate about parenting, and that is why today I want to look at a segment in parenting. The reason why I'm so passionate about parenting is because the children that we bring up determines the kind of society that we are bringing up. One thing that I know is that when I talk about parenting, it does not mean that you gave birth to that child. It doesn't have to be a biological child that you are bringing up. A parent giving birth to a child or fathering a child will never ever make you a parent. But bringing up that child into a responsible citizen or an irresponsible citizen is what determines what kind of a person you are as a parent to that child. And today I want to tackle favoritism in parenting. Favoritism is that ability whereby you find you have more liking or more inclination towards one child as compared to the other or to the others. And it is very, very common in our families. Favoritism, we can talk about favoritism. This can be you are favoring one of your biological child over another child, or you fathered or mothered a child, not a child whose the spouse you are with is the parent. So you find that you are favoring that child out compared to the other children that you have. Or you just decide that you have one child that you are raising in the family as a child, as your child, whom you are favoring more over the other children in the family. Favoritism may never be experienced, or you may never see the results as the children are still small. But whatever comes up in these children as adults is what has made me today to talk about favoritism among children. One thing you may notice is that when you favor one child over the others hate. They direct their hatred towards the child that you actually seem to love. And when they direct that, when you are not available, when you are not present, they will beat that child, they will mistreat that child, they will hate the child until the child is isolated anytime you are away from the family or you are away from home. And when you come back at home, that child is when she or he experiences now that belonging, that sense of belonging in the family. The other challenge that you bring up among these children, it brings very, very bad sibling rivalry. As the children grow, they will always remember the kind of life they led over their other sibling, whom you tended to actually have favored more. This kind of hatred is what makes even children to kill one another. Sometimes you hear that siblings fought and they killed one another, and you're like, how can blood children, how can blood siblings really kill one another? If you look through the root, you'll find you as a parent, you have a big influence in that kind of hatred that even culminated into death. All I want to advise parents, these are all your children. Whether biological or children you are bringing up, you chose to bring them up. So bring them up equally. If you have something to share, share among them equally. Congratulate them across the board. When one has done something good, congratulate that child. Do not wait when the other one has done something good. It's the only time you recognize that this one is better. When they are going to school, give equal opportunities to all your children. Favoritism, it influences children negatively and society negatively. We can never have an intact society with children who have felt in their upbringing they have been left out. Even in school, you'll realize that a child who was favored over the others, his or her performance would drastically go down because she or he feels is better than the other siblings. She or he feels that they have a better place in their family. than the others. And I've seen cases whereby a child was favored after the parents pass on, especially if the parents pass on when the children are still small and they had some property. The child who was favored feels that he or she is more qualified to be in charge of the family property than the other children. Let us love our children equally. Let us bring up children in an equal measure, loving them equally, because it is our responsibility to show love and unity impartially to all our children. We want to bring up a society of love, people who love and care for one another. And if we want to do that, then favoritism should be one thing we should avoid. Do you find yourself many a times when you go out, you come back with a gift for one particular child? Or do you sometimes find out if there is a sweet thing that you are taking, there is only one child that you always call to give? Or among your children, is there one that you feel very, you are more comfortable calling mommy, daddy, my love, baby? You find that child, you find that is the only one you want to talk to. Or do you find that among your children, there is one that you can never beat, and the others you easily beat or you easily discipline them? You may never realize that you are the one, you are practicing favoritism. But if you find that you are in that bracket, that even when you go out, you only think there is one particular child you think. When you see clothes in a shop, when you look at them, the only one you see among the clothes is that one for this particular child, then know that you are running the danger of favoritism. Try and treat your children equally. Thank you so much. We need to bring up children that are responsible, that will love one another, stand for one another, protect each other. Whether you are there or you are long gone to be with the great fathers, you need to have a society. Can you imagine if your children are fighting after you have died? Because when you are alive, you showed favoritism amongst them. It is that grave. Favoritism is bad. Let us learn to bring up our children all in equal measure. Discipline them equally, love them equally, treat them equally, nurture them equally. God bless you so much. God bless you so much. And let us bring up responsible children. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe and share. Thank you.